Welcome back to Ride 360. Today we're talking about a machine that doesn't just ride on the road, it hunts it. The 2026 Yamaha YZF-R1M is here, and honestly, this is the kind of bike that makes your heart race before you even press the starter. This isn't just another Superbike update. This is Yamaha taking everything they've learned from MotoGP, pouring it into a street-legal missile, and saying, "Here, try to handle this." First things first, just look at it. The R1M doesn't roll into a parking lot, it arrives. That carbon fiber bodywork is pure race-bred aggression. Every panel, every line, every cut in the fairing is shaped by aerodynamics, not decoration. Those winglets up front, they're not for show. At high speeds, they generate real downforce, keeping the front wheel planted so the bike stays stable when you're pushing like a maniac down a straight. The finish has that stealthy, high-tech vibe, like a fighter jet built for the street. Now let's talk about the heart of this beast. The 2026 R1M continues with Yamaha's legendary 998cc Crossplane inline 4 engine. But don't let inline 4 fool you, this doesn't sound or feel like a typical screamer. That Crossplane crankshaft gives it a deep, uneven firing order that delivers torque in a way that feels almost like a V4. When you twist the throttle, the power doesn't just spike, it punches forward in a smooth, controlled wave that gives you insane connection to the rear tire. Power figures are right up in Superbike heaven, pushing around the 200 horsepower mark, and it feels every bit of it. But what's wild is how usable that power is. You can cruise through the city in a higher gear without the bike complaining, but the second you open it up, it transforms into a track monster. The throttle response is razor sharp, thanks to ride-by-wire tuning that's more precise than ever. And then there's the electronics. The R1M is basically a supercomputer with wheels. Yamaha's 6-axis IMU tracks everything: lean angle, pitch, roll, yaw, and constantly adjusts the bike's behavior. You've got traction control, slide control, lift control, launch control, engine brake management, and multiple power modes. But the crazy part, it doesn't feel intrusive. It feels like the bike is quietly helping you be a hero. Cornering hard and get a little greedy with the throttle. The system gently manages rear wheel slip without killing your momentum. Hard braking into a turn. The cornering abs keeps things stable and predictable. It's like having a professional race engineer and rider coach working in the background while you just focus on the thrill. One of the biggest highlights of the R1M is the suspension. This bike comes with top-tier Öhlins electronic racing suspension. And we're not talking basic electronic adjustments, this is smart suspension that adapts in real time. As the road surface changes, as you brake, accelerate, or lean, the system tweaks damping to keep the chassis perfectly balanced. On smooth roads, it feels planted and sharp. On rough surfaces, it smooths things out just enough so you don't get kicked around. The frame is Yamaha's Deltabox aluminum masterpiece, and it's tuned to give that perfect balance between rigidity and feedback. When you're leaned over at speed, the bike feels incredibly stable, but you still get that communication from the front tire that tells you exactly what's happening under you. It's confidence-inspiring in a way that makes you want to push harder, lean further, and trust the machine. Braking performance is exactly what you'd expect from a flagship Superbike. Massive dual discs up front with high-spec calipers deliver eye-popping stopping power. You barely need a couple of fingers on the lever to scrub off serious speed. And because the electronics are working with you, the bike stays composed even during aggressive braking while leaned over. Now let's talk about the riding position. This is a proper Superbike stance: low bars, high rear sets, and a tank that locks you in. It's aggressive, no doubt. This isn't your daily commuter comfort king. But the ergonomics are designed so when you're in attack mode, everything just lines up. Your body feels like part of the bike. On the track or on open twisty roads, that position makes total sense. The TFT display is another area where the R1M shows its modern side. The screen is clear, customizable, and packed with data. You can monitor lean angle, lap times, suspension settings, and more. It's like having a digital dashboard straight out of a race paddock. And yes, there's smartphone connectivity, so you can analyze rides and tweak settings even further. Sound is a whole experience on this bike. That Crossplane engine growl, especially through a performance exhaust, is pure mechanical music. It's not just loud, it's emotional. Every gear change with the quickshifter gives you that crisp, satisfying punch. The up and down quickshifter means clutchless shifts both ways, and it's buttery smooth even under hard acceleration or aggressive downshifts. What really makes the 2026 R1M special is how it blends brutal performance with advanced control. This is not a bike that wants to throw you off at every mistake. It's fast, yes, insanely fast, but it's also intelligent. It helps you explore your limits without instantly punishing you. That makes it exciting for experienced riders and still manageable for those stepping into the leader bike world with respect and skill. On the road, it feels like you're riding something truly special, something rare. People notice, heads turn, cameras come out. The R1M has that halo bike presence. It's not just transportation, it's a statement, a piece of engineering art. Of course, this level of performance comes with responsibility. The R1M demands focus. It's happiest when ridden with purpose, when the road opens up or when you're on a racetrack. But when you give it that environment, it delivers an experience that's hard to match. The connection between rider and machine is so direct, so pure, that every ride feels memorable. The 2026 Yamaha YZF-R1M isn't just an upgrade. It's Yamaha reminding the world why the R1 name carries so much respect. Its technology, racing DNA, and street presence all rolled into one incredibly sharp package. If you've ever dreamed of riding something that feels like a MotoGP bike with mirrors, this is as close as it gets. This bike doesn't just move fast, it makes you feel speed, precision, and control on a different level. And once you ride something like this, ordinary motorcycles just don't hit the same anymore.